Hi all, welcome back. Enemy Action Kharkov, German Solo, part 68. Right, well, good news and bad news, I suppose. Good news is that the Soviets have no cards left, and we have a full set of 5 cards to mess about with. However, bad news, I feel like, well, this didn't work, did it? I noticed I could have played it the turn before, and then I would have had to use an any one unit move. But after looking this over, and not just the fact that it's 2 victory points, okay, I'm not saying that third tank wouldn't start heading down towards me after Kharkov falls, but this hex is also out as support for them as well. I just felt like I should have made more of an effort to get that. Whether I could have done something about it sooner, I don't know, possibly. Well, we only got this Rouse unit in this turn, in the reserve units box, so... But could this unit not have possibly made a move towards that at some point? I think it was in this... It was in this hex, wasn't it? Yeah, I suppose. This would have been a stronger unit. Well, however, it's gone now. It's gone. And then also, I feel like this replacement point on this guy, when I had the chance to maybe move my third corps units, and then this guy got eliminated, didn't he? I might have been able to put a couple of units in place to have prevented that from being such a brutal combat anyway. Maybe not allowed so many units into the combat. Although they did get lucky and draw Assault Coordination, didn't they? And brought the other 2 units in, which probably finished the guy's chances, really. Anyway, yeah, we've just got to make do with what we've got. Now, we still have this situation. So we know the Soviets cannot take this turn. However, these disperse markers are going away. And remember, the Soviets, they get to start the turn. So if we are going to do something about it, we do need to do it before we end this turn. We more than likely have a card to do it. It would be this one with a screen combat tactic on it, because I'm not interested in that. Yeah, well, this one could assign a replacement point, but we've got the unit on the map that needs replaced. But I feel like I'm not going to bother with that. Probably going to use that for any one unit move. Not sure what unit I'm going to move yet. Possibly second SS unit. But I think, first of all, we want 2 activations of third corps, if I remember rightly. And then 1 activation of 40th Panzer Corps. 2 activations of third corps, yeah, that means we're using that, aren't we? Yeah. That's right. Well, that was what I was thinking, anyway. I wonder if we could get the units into a position where, because you can actually activate all 1st Panzer Army units within 2 hexes of a hex of your choice. Ooh. I wonder if I could set it up that we could get a better activation of that. I don't think so. I think they're going to be a bit too spread about, because I do want to get something up here. And what I want to consider is getting a couple of units surrounded. Yeah, these garrisons. God. Well, hang on. We can move 1 unit into here for a first activation of third corps. Yeah. Then the second activation is going to remove the 2 garrisons, and we can move in here surrounding that guy. This guy came down in here. So he can't get in between. These 2 garrisons, which is a bit of a pity. Yeah, in fact, his only move is into here first, isn't it? But again, remember, we're talking about having 2 activations of third corps. Or what could I do next that would be any of... No, I'm not so sure. Not so sure I would find anything great to do with the second move with him. And then the guys up top, well, probably move one of these units up to here, I think. And then second activation would take that garrison away and then move adjacent to there. Whether we would have an attack there or not, don't know. But again, we'd be surrounding that unit. I think that's what I'd like to try and do, is surround a couple of units, get them out of supply. And yeah, that's probably about the best we can get. No, we talked about coming across and attacking this guy, wasn't it? Because we had the 4 strength unit out of supply. That was brutal. That's why I'm annoyed. I think maybe if I'd made this move, the previous impulse, and not done this replacement point thing, which I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of yous are thinking that was the wrong thing to do. And then 40th Panzer Corps. Yeah, we're gonna have 1 spare card, but we're gonna have an artillery combat tactic, I think. But I mean, I think 40th. I don't know. I mean, I know these 2 stacks could have a go at this guy. We can't really bring them into the action though. There's no space, so I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Whether they could possibly come across here, maybe have a go at that 1 strength first guards unit, maybe, just for the heck of it. Yeah. Okay, but I do think my first activation here has to be 3rd Corps, and get them into a place knowing that I'm going to activate them again. I mean, I don't have to activate them again. I could make it the 40th Panzer Corps that we activate twice. So, well, does that not tell you to maybe do that first with the 40th, just to see what happens? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think activating 40th Panzer Corps first, just to see what might happen. Especially if you're talking about making, well, this is the one I'm definitely going to make an attack. Possibly 2 attacks. Now I did start panicking, thinking, well, remember I've got to leave an impulse in between my 2 3rd Corps activations. However, I've got my NA1 unit move that I'm going to make down at Pradovka. So that can be an intervening impulse between the 2. So yeah, so I think I should have 4 more impulses here. So it'll be this, then see how this goes, then possibly 3rd Corps next, then see how the situation is, NA1 unit move, and then use my first Panzer Army card to decide if it's the second activation of 40 Corps or 3rd Corps as I'd planned originally. Yeah, okay. Yeah, are you sure? Yeah, okay. So I was counting the strength in here because, I mean, it's got to be this unit that we make this attack on, I think. I mean, yeah, I'm unlikely to do, well, it's possible. You never know, but you know, it's more than likely I'm going to shove them back into Sylvanas. But you don't know what the... Anyway, I've got 19 strength there, and I thought, well, that's a shame because this is 4 strength. But then I realised I could borrow a unit. I could switch couple of these units over. So I think I'm going to do that to make sure I get... Now, could I get to 24 strength? I don't think so. Okay, so that's the units activated. like I say, that's 19 strength. So I definitely will switch. I'll either move one of the 3s out for a 4 or bring the 5 in. But the 5's a 3-step unit, so if I am going to make an attack on this, I might want the 5 down there for the extra chip pool, because most of the attack's going to come from that. I've also got to decide where I'm going to play my artillery then, because that's probably the only combat tactic I'm going to use. Am I going to have any combats with Third Corps? I think the only one sort of possible could be this guy, but I don't know if I'm that bothered. As long as I get him surrounded, I don't think I should bother too much. So I don't think I am going to have a combat with Third Corps. If I activate them, I might still activate them twice, but I don't think I'm going to need a combat. I'm just wanting to try and surround a couple of units if possible. And I think that's why I need to activate them twice, because I need to move one of these guys into here and one of the guys into there, and then activate them again, and then move one into there, and then move this guy into here or here, surrounding that guy as well. So that's why I need the double activation for Third Corps. But I'm keeping my options open there by playing 40th Corps first, because if this attack was to go like crazy good, then and we do manage to eliminate that guy, shall we say. It's pretty unlikely, but if we did, then we get to advance after combat, and then Sylvanus is just sitting waiting for us. So we want the option of taking that if we get it, you know. No, there's a garrison in it. That was it. That was the problem. I remember now. Yeah, there's a garrison in it. However, no, if we eliminate that, we get a 2-hex advance adjacent to the garrison. Don't we? Yeah, why did I not see that? You know why? Because this guy came down. This guy's moved down, hasn't he? He was in here before. And that's why I couldn't it was impossible to, if I eliminate that guy, I can't advance 2 hexes, because I would be, this unit, the first guard unit would have been there, and I'd be going to zone of control to zone of control. So he's actually done us a favour by moving down there. That's even more reason to do that this way. Okay, right. Now am I going to go for this guy as well? And I know it's not a huge big deal, but might as well try it, because I could maybe even, let's just say retreated, and I could possibly get a 2-hex advance if there was a path of retreat, and maybe surround that guy. Maybe. I know that sounds a bit extreme. And whether I would want to be sort of going in behind the lines there a little bit, I don't know. In actual fact, would I be allowed to do that? I know I'm not allowed to end where I can't trace supply. That is an advance after combat, so... Right, well, you know what, we'll find that when the time comes. So how many chip pools would you have up here? You'd have 3, 6 if you didn't put the 3-step unit in. So I'd have 6, and I'm going to get 5 to 1 odds. So ideally, and that's a big battle, isn't it? That's the one we'd like to eliminate, that guy. And then, so maybe that's where we should chuck our artillery in. And then I would have 3 units, 1 2-step unit down here, so I would have a strength of probably 12 to 1, something like that. I would get 12 to 1 odds with 4 chip pools only, but that's fine. I mean, remember, D3 out of 4 chip pools, I mean, at 12 to 1 odds, it's possible. We'd eliminate them, but we're looking for a D2. I'll just retreat them twice, that would do. Yeah, okay. Of course, the other way to do it is put the 3-step unit. Oh no, I'll not get the 3-step unit in there, will I? Okay. How have you got these 3 units in here, Grant? Yeah, balloon. I've clearly not uploaded that part of the video yet when I've deployed these. Okay. Right, how can I do this fairly then? Just deploy them behind maybe? Because this is overstacked. It's still 3 away. Would that be alright if I done that? I know there's some new information being brought up, but what else would I have done? I don't think I would have moved them further away. You know, the fact that I had to split them up, I might have considered deploying them away down further south, but I can't go back to that now. I can only sort of just deploy them just adjacent. I think that's the best I can do, really, innit? That's as fair as I can get with it. I think I might have just uploaded that video just now. Hang on, I'm going to go and check. Okay, I just managed to get a wee comment in the header there. It wasn't the last episode that I uploaded, to be honest. It was part 62. And there's only been 3 views of it, so whoever's viewed it up to now probably, and well, maybe they've not actually got to that part, or just never noticed it and I've got away with it. But I could put a comment in the header saying I've just noticed it just now. Yeah, I guess that's the best I can really do. You know, I know what I'm wanting to do with these units just now, but so it kind of does. I can't go back and deploy them again and rewind everything that's happened. So I just need to go with that. Okay, so sorry about that, but yeah, these things happen. Right. So does that still allow me to get down to where I want to go? 1, 2, 3. I thought about this hex instead of this one, but then again, I should probably get a bit of both. So, right, I want to take a 3 strength unit out of here and move him 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 4, 7, yeah, and then I've got my 20, yeah, okay, and then take this unit 1, 2, and then put him in here 3. Well, I'm going to be making an attack anyway. I'll just put him on top. It's just unit 2's underneath there. Yeah, and then I'll move this unit 1, 2, 3, 4 down to here. Is this the best guy to go for then? Yeah, because he's only 1 step. We've got a chance of eliminating him. Yeah, I think so. And then move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4 and there, and then at least we're attacking from 2 hexes. Yeah. Yeah, I quite like that, I think. Yeah, what I was going to say that, well, I couldn't do it anyway. Yeah, I just put the 3-step unit into there, and then put the artillery combat tactic down here, and then that would have sorted out the chip pools. But that's when I realised I had that stack, that overstacked. Okay. So if we, assuming we're going for this is 12 to 1 and 4 chip pools. I think it's better just to stick with that and just see how it goes, and then put the artillery into there so that we get the 5 to 1 odds and the large attack chip pools, I think. Right, Now, bear in mind, the Soviets are going to draw combat tactics for these, so what my worry on this one is a reinforced battle. Well, in actual fact, no. 1, 2. Well, yeah, to be honest, reinforced battle on that could bring that guy along as well. Possibly. Yeah, don't we see a reinforced battle? Yeah, we need to get lucky with the combat tactics. Draw some assault coordinations, things like that. Things that aren't going to do anything. Okay, are we going to go with this then, Grant? That's all your movement. Have we not got anybody else? No, that was it. They were all up top, yeah. They were all up top. Okay, so what attack do we go for first? Is there a better option? I don't think it matters. Sometimes when you go at defenders adjacent, it sometimes can be beneficial, but yeah, I'm not seeing it here. So, well, I suppose we should go for this one first, just in case this guy was to retreat and possibly retreat. I don't think he would do that, but he might. Yeah, we wouldn't want him in that hex. So yeah, I'm going to go with this first. Okay, so they two stats are going to attack. Right, so I've got 20 to 4. So 5 to 1 odds. And, well, we've got 6 chip pools at the moment. Pretty sure this is where we go with artillery. I mean, yeah, there's no set aside chits, so it's not as if we're... Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Going to play the this Carouse card for artillery. And that gives us the extra chip pool, so 71. So we get the large attack with the 5 to 1 odds, which is nice numbers. I mean, okay, he's got an IP. So, nah, well, if we get him moving back, you know, it could be, even if he does retreat twice, to be honest, we could advance. Yeah, we're not really going to get surround on this guy, but we could put a unit in here maybe in the hope that if we get this guy retreating, then we get a unit in there and then surround this guy. That would be quite good too. Right, this could all depend on what the Soviets are going to draw here though. Okay, so let's just see we're doing things right here. First time we've had an attack in a while, I think. Right, I don't know if have we carried out any attacks in this game? Must have done 1 or 2, shall we? Anyway, right, so German attack at your option. German units attack Soviet units, the target. Declare target and attacking units. Well, it's pretty straightforward what we're doing there. Play combat tactics at your option. I have done so. Draw a Soviet card if target supplied, undispersed, and from turn 5 onwards in Soviet support. Apply cards combat tactics. Skip if weak attack. Well, it's not a weak attack. And then, so once we do that, draw combat chits, and then, yeah, go from there. Okay, are you sure, Grant? You committed to this? Okay, what the heck, yeah. Right, okay, let's get the Soviet card. Now, the deck got reshuffled because they had to draw combat tactic in the last impulse, I think. So the deck's just, yeah, I had shuffled it. There's some cards being discarded now, obviously, but I'll just draw from the top. So yeah, so it could be anything. We could end up with Stavka here or something horrible. Okay, right, here we go. Ooh, NKVD. Well, it's not reinforced battle, but NKVD on defense. It's going to be bad, isn't it? Decrease hits incurred by the defender by 1. Soviet units can't retreat. Oh yeah, well that's the bad bit that applies to us, that applied to us in the Soviet Solo game. Maybe it was just on defense I looked at it then. So, but he's getting to decrease a hit, but he can't retreat. Interesting. So if he can't retreat, well, I don't know if that's good or not. I mean, he is decreasing another hit. He's got an IP and he's got NKVD. Right, well, I'll get chits up in the corner on it. Up in that space, maybe. I'll see if I can't move the camera a little bit. Right, I think that's the best I'm going to get. So it's away at the top of the table, this. Well, you know what? I mean, as long as we don't take too much damage here, what's the worst that could? You know, that would be a bit frustrating if we were to take some hits ourselves here. So at least that combat tactic's not really threatening any of that. Okay, so they've got an IP and they're getting to decrease a hit. We've got 5-1 odds, 7 chip pools. Now, I mean, the IP is the bad thing for us. He's in a clear hex. He's only infantry. We don't have flank, unfortunately. We've got artillery though. So, yeah, looking for some odds chits. Some 5-1 odds chits, 4-1 odds chits, artillery, and some armour chits maybe. He's not got a defender adjacent, so that's good. He can't retreat, so, well, yeah, that's good. It means he's got to take hits. But he gets to reduce that hit. Right, okay, so it's a minimum of 2. He's got 2 steps in the, yeah, so that's, yeah. Forget we've got to do it that. We're not just drawing all 7 now. So we're going to draw a minimum of 2 and then we're going to decide, my guess is going to be we're probably drawing 7 anyway, but let's get the first 2. Well, great start. It was a large attack on the front and I thought, right, as long as we've got the 5-1 odds, because the large attack was an A1, D1. And yeah, great start. So let's get the second of the minimum 2. Well, that's pretty good as well, although I would have preferred the D1. I'll still take that. That's a wee bit defence for us if we do happen to take a hit. But yeah, if I could have swapped that for a D1, I would have done. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going all in here. Because what are we needing to eliminate? Because he can't retreat, so I think that, you know what, it's the exact same amount of hits it would take. Because, no, it's even better, is it not? That NKVD's worked out better for us because if he was able to retreat, it takes 1 hit for his IP, then he goes retreat, retreat, step loss, step loss. That's D5 we would need to eliminate him. If he can retreat. Now he can't retreat, but he's got an extra step loss negated. So with him not being able to retreat, he's got the IP, the NKVD, and then step loss, step loss. So it's only D4 we need. Whereas it would have been D5 if he was able to retreat. So that's actually helped us. Wow. Is that right? Soviet defence. Decrease hits incurred by the defender by 1. Soviet units can't retreat. Ah, well, NKV combat chits apply. So that is the other wee bit that could... Well, let's just hope we don't get any of them then. Right, I'm going to 7. I'm drawing 5 more. I'll draw them one at a time though. Okay, that one's not applying. It was flank attack on the front, 1 hex attack or city on the back. Not sure I've noticed that one before. But it's not. He's in a clear hex and we're not attacking just from 1 hex. So it's a wee bit of a pity that we couldn't get the flank, but well, we couldn't. Right, 4 to go. Right, dispersion supplied on the front, defender adjacent to the back. Doesn't apply. So I'm running out now. So come on, let's get some hits. Well, that's a hit, but remember we've got an A-1 in there, so I'll take that hit away. But I have just realised, although I was saying it's better for me, that NKVD, in some ways it's not, because he's not going to retreat. So if we do not get what did I say? D4? Because right now, all we're doing right now is removing his IP, aren't we? Because he gets to negate 1 hit and he's got the IP. So we really do want another 2 hits. Yeah, right, we've got 2 chits to find it then. So, well, we want a D1 on this one, a D1 on the next one, really. Whoops, sorry, I'm trying to pause here. Well, I cringed at first because it was 6-1 on the front with a D2. And I thought, oh, we're just short. However, 4-1 in the back, D1. Okay, we just need one more hat, and I think we've got him. Yes, got him. It's a queer hex, isn't it? It is. City Town on the front, queer on the back. What a great finish. Yeah, so pretty sure we've got this guy. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chits drawn, 5-1 odds. We played artillery. He's in a queer hex. It all looks good to me. Ooh, this is interesting then. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I've got D4 there. D4 and the A1 cancels out. The A minus 1 cancels out the A1. So it's just D4 for the result on the chits. Right, but the NKVD reduces that down to 3. I'll get the card, I'll just discard the card. However, we do keep in mind that the unit cannot retreat. So we take the IP off, that takes him down to 2. I've not moved my chits away, I'm that excited about getting this guy. And he cannot retreat, so he's got to sit there and take 2 step losses. And well, he's 2 steps. He's gone. Right, what about that then? That was, yeah, I mean, kind of lucky. Well, we had a pretty decent chance of it, but yeah, I realised halfway through there that we really had to eliminate him because he's not going to budge, and we would have preferred them really just retreating. However, that elimination's even better, don't get me wrong, but I think you know what I'm trying to say there. If he just sat there and stayed with 1 step to finish, we wouldn't be able to get an advance. No, there wasn't a replenish chit there, was there? No. Yes, well, okay, well the problem with that now is I'm starting to think, now here goes the eliminated units box. That's our first eliminated unit, I think. Yeah, the problem with this now is that that's going to want me to be activating 40th Panzer Corps twice now, isn't it? I mean, I shouldn't I? Because I can take back Smolensk. Because if I advance up the combat into there with one of the mech units and then advance to our second hex, activate 40th Corps again, obviously not next impulse, I need to leave a gap, activate 40th Corps, the garrison goes away and we just step into Smolensk. And not only step into Smolensk, we can get some of these units surrounded. Yeah, this is far better. This is really good. That was amazing. Right, so we've done that artillery. Well, that worked for us. It gave us the. Well, actually, it gave us an A minus 1, didn't it? Well, it still prevented the hit to us, but yeah, at the time, like I said, I would have preferred the D1, but we got there. Right, so advance after combat. Right, I just need to think about how I'm going to do this. Well, I don't know. Do I chuck everything? Well, I don't want to. Right, hang on. I think I probably just advance all my infantry. Because what I want to be able to do is put at least 1 infantry unit into there, but because I can't get them adjacent, I'll need to get a mechanised unit adjacent. Yeah, so I don't want to, well, hang on. I could just... Yeah, I think I'll just advance this guy 1, 2. And remember, the second advance is not going from a zone of control to zone of control, because there's no path of retreat. And then, yeah, I think I'll advance this guy as well into there. 1, 2. And what I'm going to do with this guy, I think, is advance him into there for 1, and then advance him from there into there on his second hex. That's just the army objective marker. So, I mean, it's leaving Kramatorsk empty, but there's not any great danger at it. And what I'll possibly do, if I feel the need, is next time I activate, maybe nudge one of the infantry units into there. But I might not feel the need for that, depending on... Because you can see, if we activate them again now, we take this, and we can certainly surround this. I'd like to think, can we not get... Yeah, we can get something into here as well. We can get both these First Guards units surrounded. And what, you know what? We get rid of that garrison. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just missing out. 5, 6. Forgot something in there. I forgot something in there and something in there though. I think that would maybe surround these guys as well. Maybe. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And yeah, I think we should take the advantage of this. That 40 corps are actually probably the best corps we've got on the table, really. And in a good position. None of them are reduced. They're all together. And to be honest, they're up against infantry. You know? Okay, right, so it actually makes me wonder about carrying out this second attack now and maybe not doing it. Is that silly? You know, in some ways maybe, I don't know. But then, hold on, Grant, hold on. I mean, if you did do this, I mean, we could get another attack going. Possibly. I don't know if we just want to just surround them. You're taking risks with drawing combat tactics and that. I mean, right now it could be quite horrible again if they drew reinforced battle. You know, that turns that into 5 strength. That's 12 against 5, and just wonder if maybe we should just hold off on the attack then. Yeah, I'm tempted to still go for it, because if we can nudge that guy back or even eliminate him, there's a gap in there. I could get a unit in there, and then I could get one of these units definitely round into here, surrounding this guy. Of course, yeah. The other thing is, where do you want to consider your... You might want to do another attack next turn. Yeah, okay, so what, this would be 12 to 1. These are D10s, aren't they? I need to switch up my dice this time. So 12 to 1. Not that it goes. I mean, I think the highest you see is 9 to 1, isn't it? So 12 to 1, and it'd be 4 chip pools. Assuming I'm taking this on. Right, he is going to get to draw a combat tactic. That's what I'm a bit worried about. Right, let me think about that. I don't know, I was just about to pull the trigger there, and then I thought, maybe you're being too greedy here, Grant. Maybe you're going to regret this. Oh, what the heck, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Right, okay. So we've no combat tactics to play. Well, no, I've not. Yeah, unless we use that, but no, I'm not wanting to anyway. I'm fine. I really need the other cards that I've got as well anyway. Okay, so the Soviets get to draw a card, so right, here's when we might find out. Right, here we go. Partisans. It's a queer hex, but this is on defense, so does that do anything? I think it needs to be a woods, doesn't it? That is. Oops, sorry, I'm getting all clumsy here. Getting all excited here. Something good happening at the end of the turn. Right, partisans. Well, let's look. Partisan Soviet defense. If defending in a city hex, reduce Soviet hits by 1, increase German hits by 1. If in a woods or town hex, reduce Soviet hits by 1. If in hex other than city, town or woods, reduce German maximum. Oh, where did that one come from? Well, it's not the worst of the worst. I thought I was just about to chuck that card away and say, right, obviously it's not going to do anything. If it was Soviet attack, it wouldn't apply. However, if in hex other than city, town or woods, reduce German maximum combat chit draw by 1. So it is going to do that. I'll just chuck the card away. So it's going to reduce our chits down to 3 now. So 12 to 1 with 3 chit pools. That's all it's going to do. So we've got a minimum of 1, maximum of 3. Now, yeah, what's the weak attacks only if you're drawing 2 or less, yeah. Yeah, that's when they wouldn't have drawn a card. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. As long as we don't take any hits here, though. I mean, you know, that could still happen. We want a nice big 9-1 chit or an 8-1 chit. That's what we want. Okay, right, well, I'll draw the minimum 1, and yeah, if we got the 9-1, I think it's because is it not D3, I think? Which is exactly what we want, isn't it? Right, okay, I'll go and get the first chit. Oh, what about that? I looked at the front, it's large attack with just D1 on it. And I thought, oh, and then I had to think, I thought, because I'm looking at this number, I'm saying, no, we've only got 3 chit pools, not large attack. Flipped it over, 7-1. Wow. Now, well, now there is a temptation to maybe stop. Well, that's... you surely feel like you've got a chance to finish this guy, Grant. I mean, he's going to retreat. But you've got 2 more chits to draw, and you only need an RD1. And if I let him retreat, he becomes dispersed, but... well, in actual fact, we would be able to follow him. Yeah, maybe we could have a follow-up attack on him. Where's he going to retreat to then? Well, he's going to retreat in... well, maybe not. No, he might retreat through his units, and then we can't follow him. Right, I'm going to have to see where he's retreating to. Right, so... well, he would retreat into not an enemy zone of control, so he can't retreat to here or here. So it'd be here or here. It could be either one of them. So within the retreat priority, Soviet VP hex, no, not in forward direction. Well, that's forward and that's forward, so neither of them are that. Not adjacent to forward direction. Well, that would be adjacent to forward direction, actually. Yeah. And that one would not. So he would retreat into there, his first hex. Then his second retreat couldn't go there. He couldn't go there because he needs to retreat 2 hexes away. So he couldn't go there. Couldn't go there. So he could go here or here. So again, not forward direction, not adjacent. Yeah, he's going to retreat into here, I think. I think that's the hex he would retreat into. Well, what does that tell you then, Grant? You could follow you could go advance into there. And you would be adjacent to him. You would be dispersed. See, because if we eliminate them, sorry, we're only going to advance. We're only going to be able to advance in the attacked hex. I'm not going to get a second advance if he's eliminated because there's no path of retreat. So that does make you wonder if you want that. But I've already said I can get units. Once I activate these guys again, I can get a unit into here anyway. Can't I? Yeah, because something's going to take the town. And whoever takes the town's got to stop, remember. I'm not going to be able to advance him anymore. Yeah, I forgot about that. But that's fine. And then we probably move the infantry into the town. The other mechanised unit could go into here. And it could come down into here. So, well, however, if we retreat that guy to there, we'll not be able to do that, will we? But then, yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should just try and put him away now, eh? Yeah. Yeah, let's just try and finish him off, Grant. Because we've got 2 more chits to draw. I'm as well drawing both of them, because if I don't get hit with the first one, I'm going to be kicking myself, I think. Right, so I'm going to draw the other 2 chits. Right, okay. Yeah, it was artillery, so we didn't play, nobody played artillery. That's a replenished chit, so it brings the other chits back in. So 1 to go. Flank attack or 1 hex attack city. That was one of the ones we just shuffled back in as well. So no great harm done, I suppose. Yeah, because it's 1 hex attack or city, and quite glad I split these units up. I think it made sense, so didn't it? Because I could have kept them. Oh no, I couldn't have kept them all together, could I? Yeah, don't. Yeah, remember, Grant. 1's a 3-step unit. Okay, well, the choice has just been taken out of our hands. Well, it wasn't taken out of our hands. We still chose to draw the 3 chits. However, we end up with a D2 result, which does mean he's going to do what I said. So it was retreat. Like I say, there are his 2 options. This would be adjacent to the forward direction, so he would go here for his first hit. And then he couldn't retreat into there, because that's not 2 hexes away from the attacked hex. This would be adjacent to his forward direction, so that would be where he goes. So his second hit retreats him into there. He becomes dispersed. So hopefully we can, like I said, that was my thinking about maybe I should just let him go there and disperse, and then we can follow him. And well, I think we want to do that now, because now we're not going to get a unit down into here from these guys. So I'm pretty sure we do want to advance. Now, yeah, see, I don't want to leave this guy behind. That's kind of frustrating. Well, can't you just... Yeah, I think I would have preferred them just to have been eliminated. Because... yeah, I think I need to follow him in something. But I can't get one of these units. 1, 2. Oh, that other garrison's going to stop me. I never saw that. Yeah, because I activate these guys again. My thinking was I'm going to come around behind this and maybe even into this hex. But this garrison will go away when I activate them, fair enough. But I can't go from there to there because I'm zone of control. So I need to go 1, 2, and then as soon as I reach there, I've got to stop for that garrison. However, we could... No, we're not going to be able to remove the garrison, Grant. I'm thinking move my third corps unit up, but we're only getting that one activation with the third corps now if we're going to activate 40th corps again, so that's not going to work either. Damn, that's annoying. Yeah, well that's... Yeah, there's no way I could have got round the back of this guy then. Yeah, I can't get all the way up there with one of the third corps units. Yeah, I'm just not really sure the best way to deal with this, to be honest. Okay, I think I advance this guy once. This is into the attacked hex. Now this is the path of retreat hex. He retreated here and then here. So we can move from zone of control to zone of control. So I'm going to advance him a second hex into there. I think. Yeah, that's 4 strength there. And I think he's a 3. We're leaving behind. Hold on. Maybe advance a 3. So I think I just advance him 1 hex then. And leave the other guy there. I don't know. I don't know if... Maybe I should have a go at this guy. I'm going to take that back. You could get flank attack on him if you had 8 strength. 1, 2, 3 chip pools. 4-1 odds, 3 chip pools, have him flanked. He would have a defender adjacent. Yeah, maybe do that. So that means what I'm going to do is advance this guy 1, 2 into there. And advance this guy just 1 into there. And we're thinking being activate 40 corps again, garrison goes away, and then I go 1, 2 right in zone of control, 3 back in here. Because yeah, I can't get right round the back, but at least if I go 1, 2, 3, then at least I'm flanking on that guy. We would have 8 strength against 2. So that might be worth a shot. Although you're not going to be going for this guy though, Grant, that's the thing. Yeah, this is... You can't get them all. You know, I feel like I'm trying to get them all here. Well, I'm not trying to get them all. I'm not trying to get these 2 or this guy, but I was hoping to capture him. But on saying that, maybe I shouldn't bother with attack on this. And just attack this and this maybe as a sort of... Well, could I have any more strength? Maybe I don't want to advance these guys at all then. Hang on. Sorry. Make your mind up, Grant. Well, I do want to advance some down there, but I'm just wondering, maybe I want the 12 strength against that guy. And we're going to be sitting in here surrounding that guy. Don't attack that guy next turn. Just surround him, put him out of supply. Wait till the next turn. And the stuff that comes down into here, we should get something in here as well and have a Okay, we're not going to have that guy surrounded, but he's dispersed, remember? So there's that benefit. So does that feel better? I think it does in a way. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm advancing this guy into here. And then, because if we manage to get lucky again on this guy, we could get an advance into here. Well, I wouldn't get a 2. Well, I might get a 2x advance, depending if he leaves the path of retreat, I might. And then we're round the back of these as well. Okay, yeah, I think so, because we've got this guy surrounded. To be honest, we wouldn't have surrounded that guy anyway, but we're going to bring some stuff around to be able to have a go at that, to try and finish it off. And I think just leave these two here. Well, you've got to remember, you're not going to be able to move any more into there just now, Grant. So, do you want the 2 where they are, or... No, you probably still want the 2 in there, don't you? Probably doesn't make that much odds, but... Got the 2 units in there advanced. And bring this guy out and in. Then make that attack. And see how it goes. Yeah, okay. Right, gonna go with that. Okay. You sure? Nope. Right, well, that went well anyway, so... right, that's impulse over. So now it is the 1st Panzer Army car is going to be used to activate 40 Corps again. And just as a reminder, that goes up there, so we can't do it next impulse, but... Well, we've got either any one unit move to do, or we do have that 3rd Corps. I still think I want to activate 3rd Corps, and I'd just move the units about a little bit. Okay, I won't get this hop of units surrounded. Well, I won't be able to get surround on anything. Right, take that card away. That was a primary, that. Yeah, I mean, my move up to here is just going to be adjacent to the garrison, really. I move into here adjacent to these 2 garrisons. I think that's quite good. Well, this guy can really only go... Yeah, we're not going to get the surround that I was hoping for. I mean, remember, I was going to move into here, and then my second move was going to move into here, surrounding that guy, but... Well, if we've got... I don't know if we're pushing 2 units in there, though, or not, but... There could be a good opportunity in the start of the next turn to go and surround that guy. Although this stack's a bit strong, isn't it? Well, it's 6 strength. Strong enough. Right, okay. Well, nice wee... But that cheered me up a bit, because I was a bit disappointed with this situation, which it made me look a bit like you shouldn't have done that. And then the other one was that, and then losing the unit in there, because we might have been able to avoid that. But it looks like we're getting some revenge here. And it might even... Well, to be honest, it's going to turn into 2 victory points. So that is actually that's going to take them back down to 17. So my loss of the 2 victory points there, we're making up for it. So there you go. And there's something to be said for that. Right, well, I've managed to turn this into an hour. So who would have thought, eh? So I'll just leave that for now. Well, remember, the Soviets don't have any cards. It's me to go again. So, yeah. And we're going to have 1, 2, we're still going to have 3 more impulses. I've got 3 cards in my hand, and I'm going to, unless, no, see, that's the thing, that's not even as if I've got a combat tactic on this, so I really the only other thing I could do is assign a replacement point, but I think moving third corps units adjacent to, I mean, this one in particular, I think, get in there adjacent to these two garrisons. What worries me, and I think I said this in the last part though, is that we go into the next turn and these garrisons fall away. I should probably check what the conditions are for them. Well, they've got to be able to trace Soviet supply and German supply, I want to say. Is that right? That's the end of the turn stuff, Grant. So, I mean, then we go into placing garrisons before we get to move on, but check garrison markers and villages for removal, 15.3. I suppose I should kind of look at it. It would be a bit silly to maybe make that move and then find out. Like during the end of turn, if either German or Soviet supply cannot be traced, remove the marker. So just looking at the A2 without studying everything, I mean, I could go and do that off camera. We can trace German supply to this. Now, can we trace Soviet supply? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it gets on this road is fine. Yeah. Now, have I stuck to any supply of anything I've done up here? Not really, no. Well, apart from that guy, also. Yeah, I just realised that surrounding this guy is not going to remove the supply. We can't get around there, can we? Yeah, even more reason maybe to have a go at that guy then. Because remember, he's adjacent. He can trace supply. If we had a unit in here, he could trace supply there, and then he's fine. Okay, so I don't see either of these garrisons going away. But what I'm reading, I mean, I know we then go into the next turn and place new garrisons. So would that then alter them? I don't know. Maybe. Right, okay. Well, if you want to look at that, Grant, you can do it off camera. Nobody needs to see the cogs turning on that one. Work that one out for yourself. Right, okay, I'll get this put up and copied across and whatever. I have managed to get quite a few bits watched back recently, although I'm not, what did I say this? Is this 68? I think I was up to 64 or something, so it's still a bit. I'm going into work tomorrow. I'm getting the train in, so train there, train back, so I'll get a bit of time sitting. Hopefully I can then maybe catch up a little bit with that. Okay, right, I'll be back with the next part soon. Cheers.